Good morning. Camera in the right spot. It's cloudy today. Not much light. Okie dokie, Smokies. I swear there's a girl behind the curtain. Okay. Is that good? Good enough. Good morning, Barbara. Of course, you're the first one. You might be the only one. Apparently this is not a very popular one, but I think it's super cool. Okay, so today we are going to make a Buddha bowl. I call this one a rainbow Buddha bowl just because it's got a bunch of bright colors and vegetables in it. We also are going to make some beet hummus, which also brings a lot of color and vibrance to the Buddha bowl. I really like Buddha bowls. It's kind of like one of those like a lasagna or something that you can make a million different ways, or fried rice that I always talk about. You can put anything into a Buddha bowl, any vegetable, any grain. Usually they are vegan is what they're kind of known for, but especially vegetarian. A lot of people get them confused with, I'm going to forget the name of the other bowl. Not poke bowls, those are delicious. Nourish bowls. Those usually have some sort of protein in them. So this is completely vegetarian. A lot of time people add hard-boiled eggs, which makes it not vegan, but vegetarian. This one has cabbage, it has kale, which you can substitute, because I know how some people that are probably going to watch this feel about kale. I don't like it very much. It's got some avocado. The big thing that I like to do with my, I almost said Nourish bowls, Buddha bowls, is roast the vegetables, just because I think that just adds a ton of flavor to them. So I am a huge meat eater, so in order for me to eat something completely vegetarian, the vegetables have to be very fresh and packed with a lot of flavor. So a little history about Buddha bowls. Actually, there's not much history because I'm pretty sure that restaurants made that popular. It was kind of something that was made up later. But Buddha, calling it a Buddha bowl is actually pretty cool, I think. I looked this up before I started, and we're all familiar with the little chubby Buddha that is associated with the Buddha. Actually, Buddha was very thin. Probably ate a lot of vegetables. Buddhas apparently woke up every morning at dawn, and they would take their bowl to the village and gather their food they were going to eat. And apparently villagers just put in whatever they had, hence the Buddha bowl. Everything in its own little separate spot. So it could be grains, it could be vegetables, it could be whatever was available, and that's what they would eat for the day, according to the World Wide Web. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our beet hummus, and everything we do today is super duper easy. I like easy, if you haven't figured that out. The beet hummus is done in a blender or a food processor. So I have my food processor sitting over here. Can't see it, but it's sitting right here. A couple things that you can do differently than I did in that I wrote in the recipe. So you can get fresh beets, raw fresh beets. Obviously they're raw if they're, anyway. And you can roast them or you can steam them. I was lazy and I bought the pre-bought package. So these are already steamed beets, but you can work harder. That's fine. So take about 8 ounces or so. This is where all your color is going to come in though, so that's very important. And put that in the blender. So in my case, that's about 2 small beets and 1 medium-sized beet. But you can certainly roast them because we roasted the. Sorry, Rachel from Richmond just called me. Call you back in a second, Rachel. What was I saying? Oh, it would be easy to roast your beets for this because you're already roasting your broccoli and other stuff for the Buddha bowl, if you want. Just saying. All right, so the beets go in, and then I have a half a can of garbanzo beans or chickpeas that I have rinsed really well. Take all that crappy canned juice out, rinse them, pat them dry. I saved a few loose skins. Pull away the loose skins, but I mean, they're not gonna make or break you if you don't get all the loose skins. I just find them a little unpleasant. So there you go. So that's half a can, so a can is usually around 15 ounces, so 7.5 ounces. I can do math today. Hi, Christina. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Ginger. All my favorites. Not all of you are my favorites. Seriously. I love you guys. Okay. Then we have garlic cloves, so depending on how much you like garlic, you can add more, you can add less. Actually, never add less. This is all your flavor. I believe I said 2 cloves of garlic in the recipe. Maybe I said 3. I don't know. Anyway, I'm adding 3. I believe I said 2, but I'm adding 3. So you just peel it and then just coarsely chop it. Again, because it's going in the food processor, so it really doesn't need to be minced or chopped or mashed or smashed or crushed. Having a really hard time with this peel. My fingers are sticky from the beets. Okay, so coarsely chopped. Just chopped in half. It's pretty coarse. Then take a lime, a washed lime, and zest the whole thing in there. Which you guys can't see what I'm doing, but you know how to zest with the zester. This will really brighten up the flavors, make it really fresh, which I feel is like kind of the whole point of the Buddha Bowl, fresh and healthy. Sorry, this takes a little longer. I'm trying to look at you, but I also don't want to lose the skin on my fingers, so just bear with me for a second. Have you ever done that? Second day of culinary school, mandolin. Sorry, that's not very appetizing for a cooking class. Still makes me cringe. Oh, can't even think about it. Okay, so whole zest. Then a cup of fresh lemon juice. Just eyeball it. Squeeze it in. This is a really juicy lemon. So that's only going to take 1. That was pretty easy. And for some reason, there are no seeds in this lemon. It's exceptionally odd. Okay, so some salt, kosher salt. And you can season afterwards as well if you need a little more. Some pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Then I like to add a little cumin. I like 1/2 teaspoon. I really should look at my recipe, but that sound feels right. 1/2 teaspoon. I had a little trouble. This is the key to this, besides the beets, obviously. I had a little trouble finding tahini in the grocery store. I went to 2 different ones because there was a run on tahini, but tahini is made out of sesame seeds. So, just stir it a little bit. It's organic, so it's separating. I got creamy sesame butter. So it's like peanut butter, like organic peanut butter, but made of sesame seeds. So you're gonna get the same thing as you would if you had tahini. So 2 tablespoons of that, which I know seems like a lot. So if you're not a big fan of that tahini flavor, you can leave. Maybe just do half of it. I love the tahini flavor. And I add it to all my hummus, no matter what type of hummus I'm doing. Okay, did I get it all? I do have the recipe, but it's sitting way over there. Oh, a little bit of olive oil. In there. Can't see it, it's too far away. Alright, we're going with that. So now, blend it all up in your blender or food processor. 1 second. I'm actually glad you can't see this because it's all sticking to the bottom. should have chopped my beets up a little bit more. Okay, let's try this again. Time. Gotta push it all down. And then I'll show you, it looks so gorgeous! I love the color. This is the weirdest tool ever. It's just the first thing I grab. Is it a pie server? Is it a weapon? Not sure. It's from my grandmother's. Comment below if you know what that is. Okay. One last time. Alright. Bless your souls for waiting on me. It almost seems like Buddha-ish. Okay. Bowl. My kitchen's actually really hopping today. I'm making some food for some people for the weekend. And so I have 3 tomato pies over there that are cooking, a truffle lasagna. I'm doing all sorts of stuff today. So it's a wonder that I'm actually making somewhat sense, hopefully. Alright, we're going to use this fun tool. I still have no idea what it is. But I will show you the color in a second because it is so vibrant. Just like the beet, a little muted because of all the other stuff we've added. But yeah. It looks pretty drab on camera, actually, but it is very, very, very hot pink, which is awesome. Okay, so that is one of our components. Double the batch, make it, put it in your fridge for up to 4 days in a sealed container, eat it with like pita chips or crudité, veggies and that kind of thing. It's really, really good. And it's a crowd pleaser, not because, because it's delicious, but also because it's gorgeous, which is very helpful. Okay, so for my Buddha bowl, and again, if you Google Buddha bowl or go to Pinterest on Buddha bowl, type Buddha bowl on Pinterest, you will find a million variations of this. This one is just the one I like, again, because I like to roast the vegetables. I don't think you'll see that too often. I didn't do this, but sometimes I just thought since I had it, I would show you. I do like to add grains. Because it just adds, like if you're making it for a heavy meal or something, to fill your belly at night. Farro is one of my favorite grains to use for this. Black rice looks really pretty. I love black rice, but farro is good. Quinoa is good. Couscous is good. A Mediterranean one with feta and couscous. Obviously that's not vegan, but that would be really good. And a green goddess is also delicious. So anyway. I started with a layer of just raw kale. You can put spinach, you can put whatever you feel. And then back here, I have my 2 trays of roasted goodness. I did this obviously before. They take about 20 to 30 minutes depending on which one we're talking about. The first one has broccoli florets that I just chopped up a head of broccoli. And I put a heavy drizzle of coconut oil. You can use olive oil. I just love coconut oil, which you guys know. I don't want to get those mixed up. The chickpeas also have coconut oil. The broccoli has minced garlic, salt, and pepper. And then over here, oh, and just because I was doing purple cabbage, this is just a bonus for you all. I sliced up some purple cabbage because I just love the crispy veggies. And I roasted that with the broccoli as well, but we're also going to be putting raw cabbage in, which you can omit if you roast it. In the chickpeas, there is cayenne for a little heat, because I always like try to have all the elements. Sour, sweet, heat, crunch, mush. That is not, I should not call it mush. It's good mouthfeel. I love using those culinary terms. Okay, so on the chickpeas, it's coconut oil, salt, pepper, turmeric. That's where they get that yellow color. Getting the rainbow. And salt and pepper. Sure, I forgot something. Refer to the recipe. But anyway, lots of flavor on those. Okay, so to assemble the bowl, you have your base. Now the Roanoke store manager, Courtney, called me. Guys, you should know I'm in a cooking class. Maybe I don't have enough authority. People just don't listen to my schedule. Okay, that's okay. They are awesome, and they're doing an excellent job in a difficult situation, and I could not love the people I work with more. All of you. Barbara, all of you. Okay, so kale, and then we're going to add, because we're doing a true Buddha bowl, I'm not going to put the cabbage with the broccoli. We're going to put those separately, even though they're all in the same pan. And the point of the Buddha bowl really, is obviously nourishment and taste and, all that good stuff. But, come on. It's a Pinterest-worthy thing. So, arrange it artfully around your bowl. And this will make easily 2 Buddha bowls. Easily, depending on how, this one's a really big one. So, alright, so I've put my broccoli on one side. I'm going to grab my cabbage and put that right snuggled up next to the broccoli. Ugh, I love coconut oil. Okay, put this aside. And if you want, again, you can add the raw cabbage as well for more like a little salad crunch. And it looks really pretty, so I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to put some chickpeas. These are crispy and delicious, right out of the oven, so ouch, they're hot. One thing I did not mention, gosh, I swear to God, I'm sorry. I am just out of it. Buddha bowls are normally served cold. Okay, so I made way too many chickpeas. But since I only used half the can for the beets, I added a can and a half because I figured I might as well snack on them later because they really are good. Okay, so there's my chickpeas. I like to add avocado for some freshness, especially since I have those roasted vegetables in there. It's kind of nice to have. This avocado is really ripe. A cool, creamy, not mushy avocado. However, this avocado is incredibly mushy. That is not going to look very pretty. This is not Pinterest worthy. Okay, I'm going to add that in a second. I have some pumpkin seeds that I can't decide where I'll put them. Put them right there. You want them to whoever you're serving it to, or yourself, to see everything. Okay, some pumpkin seeds. What else? What else? Oh. My favorite. The beets. Now I'm going to put the beets right in the middle because they are the prettiest. And then lay my ugly avocado. I'm very disappointed in this avocado. It's just ruining my picture here. Oh well. Avocado. end because I want it to look prettier. Add some more over here to cover a little bit of that yucky avocado. And then, if you have some fresh herbs, I'm always a big fan of fresh herbs. This is a little parsley. I was looking for my mint, but my mint did not, it looked sad, so. I just broke my roll and I put it on top. Oh well. Oh well. This is the fun part too. Like, get a bunch of girlfriends together, when you're allowed to, and come over for some wine and some Buddha bowls, and you can all, it's like paint by numbers class or wine and sipping whatever. This could be your art and wine. Okay, here you go. I will take a picture of that because it's actually pretty darn gorgeous. All right, so chickpeas roasted, broccoli roasted. I roasted some of my cabbage because that tastes better. Avocado, just fresh avocado. These are pumpkin seeds, pepitas you can use, almonds you can use, and my beet hummus recipe, please try that. Even if you don't eat it on a Buddha bowl, it's just better than any hummus, especially if you like beets. And then on the bottom I have some kale. So there you go, folks. Share your variations with me. I would love to see it. And sorry, I keep walking away. Next week, I'm so excited because I've been testing this recipe for about 3 Christmases. It's an olive oil pistachio cake with a rosemary lemon glaze. And I'm going to make them in little butt cakes, which is going to be delicious. And I cannot wait to share it with you. It's going to take a little bit longer than our normal cooking classes, but trust me, you will want to see it because it's that good. All right, thanks guys. Enjoy. Be well. I just flipped the camera around. You guys can see my house.